everybody, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. This is video 2 for the Seamstresses Diary. I gotta get some lotion on my hands. I just got done making breakfast and washing dishes, so I don't like crafting with dry hands. So, I've done so much, and yet I feel like, I haven't got very much done. I got started making a little bit of ephemera, just a few, and I'll show you that. But let me show you where we're at. So I did quite a bit off camera because it was a lot of sewing and it was just boring. So I just got it done. So here's the cover. I left this paper unattached deliberately. It's attached right here, but then it's gonna chip and fray off, and that'll be fine. I might Mod Podge it maybe if it looks like it's not gonna last very long, but I wanted it kind of ragged. So let's see how big the spine is. I think it's 3 inches, but we'll just see. 2.5. So this is the outside cover, inside cover, and this is just to give the cracker box a little tooth. I doubt you'll even see any of this. I did do it in literature. I have a book that's poems and literature, I think it is. And then this is the quilt. I left all the strings deliberately. I changed my thread and bobbin, so now it's pink bobbin and blue thread, and they're both silk, and they've got, yeah, I know you probably can't see it, but it's got a little bit of sheen to it. I didn't fold the edges because it just makes it too bulky, and honestly I don't know that you're gonna see a lot of this. You're gonna see the color, but I doubt you'll be able to see the detail by the time we're done, because I hope this will be covered, almost covered with lace and doily, whatever other things. A problem I'm finding when I fold this, let's see, it comes almost to the edge there, which is fine because I'm going to have lace there. But see how short it is here, so I'm really going to have to stretch it. And that'll make it tight too. I haven't even thought about the inside yet. There's so many options. I tell you what, when I decided to do this open spine, a whole world opened up with options. Do you want, where do you want the stripes? Or this fabric strips? Or do you want any? There was just so much. I could have done a flat piece of fabric and cut windows in it. Gosh, my mind just went nuts. So, this is not glued down because I know I want to put lace here and probably here, and I don't know about signatures yet, so I'm leaving my options open. My mind is just reeling, and you all have heard me say before, I like to get away from my project. Let me fix you. You're maladjusted. Is that better? No, Carol, we were fine before. Well, I hope that's better. I had to get away from it because I felt like if I pushed myself to make decisions, I was going to regret it. The paper, I'm going to use a lot of this. I haven't cut anything out of it, but I'm going to. And I'm sure this will be cards and page backings and things. These are those pages made by Larry. I just totally butchered his name. In fact, I'm going to just check on my phone right now and make sure I'm saying his name, the title of his Etsy page. Because I want to call it Things by Larry. And I might be right. It is Things by Larry. I don't know why I can't get the name straight. And I apologize for that. It makes it hard to look it up. But I thought these would go good, or go well. I love the pastels. I'm not sure there's going to be room for a lot of them, because if you look, there is pastels here, but there's also some bold, bright colors. But I thought these would make great backgrounds. Love that. It's got pink and blue and yeah, beautiful. These are just awesome. But if I use too many, then we'll be going shabby chic, and I'm not. That's not really what I'm going for, but almost. I have tried this before. We're gonna see how it works. I don't know how deep this is. 4 inches or something. 4 by 8 maybe. Well, let's just measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 8, and I bet it's 4. Little basket, and I went around my room and gathered things I know for sure and probably am going to use. I want to use these Velcro dots to put some tags on and things. I started stamping these, and I want to put those on card. I already know I want to use some Nuvo drops. I'd like to incorporate this as a dangle somehow, but it might be too big. I know I want to use my thread and maybe this bobbin. I don't know. I have a jar full of, that's the bull, is that called a bull clip? I don't know what it's called. It's from Creative Memories. It's the subscription box for July, I think. There's some of those buttons that are supposed to stick on. I don't think they do. I think they labeled the package wrong, but we're gonna see. This was cool. It kind of reminded me of an eyeglass. I thought I'd try to incorporate that. There's a bead I want to put on, an earring. So this is metal corners for the cover and so on. These are going to be button cards. And I am dying to find the perfect place for this, and it might be on the cover. I purchased these from Facebook Marketplace from a gal who was cleaning up affairs from her great aunt. And I said, those have to come home with me. They were a little pricey, but it's never been used. And I just thought it was beautiful. And this is the original packet, glassine packet. So I thought that had to come home with me. And then there's these. I'll try to incorporate them. I'm not positive we'll get there. Then there's the die cuts and things. I pulled a CD cover and my own glassine bag. My idea is I'm going to have 3 signatures. So in my brain, I love these. I might use those. In my brain, I'm thinking an envelope in one, a glassine bag in one, a CD cover in one. got these at the dollar store, and I like them. And I think if they had some antiquing done or around them, they'd be good. I did pull this envelope I've made on a different video. I think I'll put that in one of the signatures. Now, here's the lace. My hope is that this basket will help me from jumping up all the time and help me to remember what I want to put in here. I did pull some washi tape. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but I might. I know that this book is going to have tabs, 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 and tabs. So I thought these would make great tabs. I can distress them if I need to. Also, these would be great on a page edge, as would this. This, oh, I want to use it so bad, but it's too big. Unless I really hang it over, I don't know. I was told it's tatting. I don't know enough about tatting to know. It looks like crochet to me, but that's the untrained eye. So if you know about tatting and you know what that is, let me know. Looks like crochet to me, but this lace will come in handy for pockets. That's what I had in mind anyway. We'll see. I want to incorporate this, and I may use it as a wrap for outside the book, like so. I really don't want to cut it, but I will if I have to. We'll see. It's just somebody's old handwork. More curtain. I wanted to maybe turn this into a page. This is some, it's like stretchy lace, as is this. Might be a page, maybe a pocket. Not sure what I want to do with this. I was thinking tabs. We'll see. That could be a corner. I just love this color. If I can find something to do with it, I will. This is a handkerchief. And I don't want to cut it, but I might. These will make great tabs. Look at this. I can't remember where I got this. I think someone sent it to me. I can't remember. I just love it. This is the perfect pocket, I think. Or two, and a tab at least. This is, I have a lot of this, and I just use it all the time. I just love it. I thought I'd put a couple tabs. Then this we've been using all along, and then this is the lace I found in that bag yesterday that I've had for years, and I didn't know it. So those will be nice. Those will be nice. I put an APB out to my friends that I was in the market for sewing things because I realized I do not have any patterns, sewing patterns. Yeah, because I'm not a sewer. And so I have a few friends that have said, well, I do. So I'm hoping that pans out. Was looking at these. I have all of this trim. And I really liked, now these are old wooden stamps that I took off the block. And I put them on, oh, that's really gummy. I put them on this foam backing, and a lot of them I have not looked at since I put them on there. So maybe some of them didn't work out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it works. And I did bring my block over. So what are y'all doing? It seems like everybody's quiet. The internet seems quiet. Does it seem that way to you? I got really inspired to do more lace and beads and things. I watched Mrs. Coggs. Great videos. Great. Okay, let's see what we have here. I've never used this stamp. We'll see. We'll see if we like it. It looks like a 70s hearts stitchery kind of thing. Not enough ink. I mean, it's okay, but it's really not enough ink. So let's get actual ink and see if that makes a difference. Let's get pink of some kind, and a green and a blue. I don't think it's really important that we match colors exactly. Oh, well, that's going to make a big difference. And let's do 11. Mowed lawn. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Pardon me. Okay, so let's see here. This will work at all. Cute. That's a lot better. You see? Not a great stamp though. But that'll be fine on a page, I think. Should we do one more just because we have it out? It was kind of a pain to be here. Let's do one more. Yeah, so I shifted and started doing, I got away from the cover and started doing ephemera and organizing my space because I got really yesterday because I was just piling stuff. I can't do that. I'm not wired that way. I can have everything piled. I'm going to stand up. I can have everything piled up for a minute if I'm using it right then. But I can't do a whole journal with everything just shoved away and shoved here and piled high and all of that. Nope. Adorable. Okay. So we just know we have to, sorry for the sniffles, guys. I was outside. My husband's got, he's still getting ready for that shipping container, and he's had gravel and dirt delivered, and he's got machinery out there, and he's pushing dirt here and there, and oh gosh, I was out there with him, and oh, I don't know if that's gonna be salvageable. I don't like how sticky it is. I don't know, we'll see. Should I do one of these? I mean, we're here, let's do it. What about this color here? Let's see if there's anything in it. Number 20 is aged mahogany. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I'm over this now. There's 11, there's 12, there's 10. $11, 12, and 10. I wanted to show you the signatures. Let me show you what I started these. I'm already second thinking them. I don't think this is what we're gonna do. Oh gosh, pardon my sneezels, guys. So here would be one signature. And it's 6 pages, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. Just a few stencils, a little bit of stenciling. I had a lot of fun doing them. I'm just not sure they're what I'm after with this book. And they're too tall. And I believe they come out too far too, if I remember right. This turned out really nice. I can always use these, so I like this. I thought that turned out nice. I went ahead and stenciled them, not knowing if I'm going to cover them with pockets or whatever. I like this one. Because it's okay if I cover it. I don't, you know, whatever. It's just like having painted paper. That was pretty. Those are pretty colors. This is a mop-up page, kind of. Just a little something, something. But I started second guessing myself because I'll show you. I'm kind of thinking that instead of paper, I want more fabric. See, if I were to cut this in half, so let's pretend it's cut in half. It would actually go the other way, I think. It would actually go like that. And it would be down here because The book's actually smaller than this paper. And I like the idea of having fabric. Now, I could just sew this fabric on here, get my papers cut and sew the fabric on there, but it doesn't have the right feel to me. So that's to be determined. I've put fabric flips in other journals before and I've always liked them. So I don't know. I'm not ready to commit. I don't know. And I have to get them cut down to size if I'm going to use them. So I'm not sure what we're doing there. And then this morning, I'm sure you've seen these everywhere. I got my We Are Memory Keeper envelope. It's called a 1, 2, 3 punch board. It's this. I love it. And I made some, I have erroneously called these bobbins, but they're not. They're spools. And I put this on here. I was waiting for it to dry. Looks like they're dry good. So I thought, I went ahead and made up some. I'll show you how I made them, just in case you haven't. I did a video on it. The gal I like to watch is Septeria 18. She's a rock star. I tell you what, that girl, what she can do with a 6x6 is pretty darn amazing. So let me grab a 6x6. Well, it doesn't have to be 6x6. But since that's what she used, I use different sizes for mine. And you know, once you make one or two, you can just do whatever you want. That's a little pink for me, and I got pink already. That's okay. Let's do this. Right? Yeah. It's kind of busy. Be nice if this had a cutter to it, but it doesn't. So you have to cut this end off because the 6x6 does not include this end. And I do save those. Now, cut one, let's see, how did she do it? Yeah, you cut this, it's 6x6, so it doesn't matter which side, and you cut it at 4. So you have this and this, right? Okay. Oh, then you cut each one in half. So at 3. You take the long side and cut it at 3. And there's lots of room to wiggle. And you know, it is better if you pick paper that is double-sided. For me, it didn't matter because I'm gonna go like this. And what I did with these, they were still too flimsy, so I put a piece of white card in the center and glued 2 sides together. And that's probably what I'll do with this. Now let's see if I can do it the way she did. You don't have to. Once you get the game of it, you're free to do what you want. So you put the long side at 1/4, which I'm a little over. Then flip it over, stamp it, and then flip it this way, push it, then flip it over, Now, that's what you should have. So let's do 2 of them. 1/4 inch. It's actually 1 1/4. There's 1 1/8, 1 1/4. I don't know what that is. 1 1/2. Let me see if I can see what it is. So this is a 1/16, 1/4, an 1/8. No, that's not right. Anyway, whatever. I can see that that's a 1/4 because this is a 1/2. It doesn't really matter. Make them how big you want. And I took them, and for some reason they never match. Not sure why that is. Probably because you're supposed to put right sides together or something like that. So then you cut that little mountain down. Okay. Let's do our little one. So for this one, I went a notch smaller. I don't know what it says. I thought it was an 1/8. And then flip it over this way. Over that way again. My hand actually got tired doing this. That's how out of shape I am. When the punch board is like a workout, you know your stamina needs a little help. Okay, we're done punching. Does it match? It might match this way. Let's see if it does. No. But it might be a little closer. We'll see. We can fix. There's lots of wiggle room here. Oh, I hear a big truck. My dogs are so upset. We've got construction on the main road, on the road we live on. And then my husband has our driveway and everything all torn up. Okay, so on the small one, I don't like this. So on the small one, I took a corner punch and rounded it. If you feel froggy and you can round it with your scissors, knock yourself out, but this tool was like 20 bucks, so I always try to find a reason to use it. Maybe it was more than that, I don't know. There you go. Okay, let's do the other one. On the big one, I used a 1/2 inch. It just seemed, I don't know, it seemed like the thing to do because it's a bigger, I needed a bigger corner because it's a bigger spool. Now, I want to trim this up. I'm not saving these. You can't make me. Where's my white cardstock? Where are you? I'm gonna grab one of these button cards that I was gonna use. Actually, Grandma, what would be good is some junk mail. Ta-da! Oh yeah. So it's got to be a little thinner. Let's cut it in half and use those for that one. And then we'll just cut it down a little bit and use this for this one. Just gives it a little oomph, that's all. This is bothering me. I've got to fix it. And this was supposed to be stainless, but I'm not sure it is because I thought I saw a little bit of brown glue. You know, it only takes overnight and your glue can get rusty. So I thought I would wrap some lace, some hand spun yarns, maybe some string, whatever. Maybe put washi tape on one. My glue's about empty, but I wanted to use clear down to the bottom because I think I just keep filling it up and the bottom doesn't get used. I think there's a bunch of yucky stuff in the bottom, so I'm trying to use that up. Robin, are you going to make these for your journal, for your sewing journal? Get your sewing journal out, girl. Ew, it's fun. I don't sew, but there's so many things you can do with this, just the subject matter, you know. Okay, this one, we're going to put, is that long enough? It'll give it a little zhizh. The middle is really the part you want firm so that, sorry guys, that's Alexa telling me there's someone in the driveway. And
driveway is usually defined as a road leading up to a private house.
I shouldn't have used her name. Every time I try to use her name or the name that starts with a G, they go off. I think I could have flipped that and got it a little closer. I think it's side up down. But that's okay. I'll just trim it. No biggie. Ain't no thing. Y'all, I'm getting the hang of this retired business. I'm starting to really resent when I have to leave my room and go do something that resembles adulthood. I'm like, want to go do that. I don't want to go to Costco. I don't want to go to the doctor's appointment. No. They want to make a follow-up with me, and I'm like, no. You come to my house. I'm busy. Yeah. I had actually thought about putting these on here, on these some kind of way, but I think I've about decided no. I want this book to, I want it to be the perfect blend of writing space and just fun. That's what I'm after. So I want a lot of sewing stuff. So these, a lot of these still need to be trimmed up. And this one was an experiment. So what could I do with that? I could probably, When I picked out this orange nail polish, it seemed perfect. But by the time I got home, I already didn't like it. Not the nail tech's fault. Totally my fault. But when it got all dry and everything, I just thought, well, that's not really what I thought. I don't like it. Needs a little something, something. Like this, maybe. Carol, you should have done this before you put the glue down. Mrs. Cogs was one of the videos I watched last night. She was talking about how she has begun to talk to herself now. If she's going to a different room to do something, she'll say, when there's nobody around, well, I'm gonna go get the buttons out of my sewing room to put on that card. And she says her hope is that by the time she gets there, she remembers what it is she's in the room for. She says she's preparing for even older age. Yeah. I hear you, lady. As much distaste as I have for Bill Cosby, I used to listen to him all the time when he was so funny. I don't find him as funny anymore, but one thing he did used to say that I used a lot of time in my life is he believes that there's memory nerves in your buttocks. There has to be. Because you go into a room to get something or do something, and you stand there and go, what did I come in here for? And you look around hoping something will jog your memory, and yeah, was it something I needed to pick up? What the heck did I come in here for? Oh, well, it doesn't come to you. So you go back into the room you started out in, and as soon as your bottom touches the couch, those memory nerves kick in and go, oh yeah, that's what it was. I was gonna get the button card. So he says, when you go into the room and you can't remember what it is you're in there for, take your hands, wrap them around your bottom and apply slight pressure to those nerves, and you'll remember. So you have no idea how many times I go into a room and my husband will come in and find me with my hands on my rear end. Cute. I thought that was cute. I don't think he's cute though. Okay, so I thought I would make some of these. That turned out cute. I like it. Yeah, I think, but I don't know if I'll put them on here. They might be just, maybe if I make some extras, you know, just to tuck into a pocket for the person to have and use, maybe then I'll put some of those handmade cards on there. So I mentioned yesterday, I was looking at my stats, and 60% of the people who watch my videos are over 50. I'm just saying. I think it's because until you get retired or your kids leave home, if you're a homemaker, when do you have time to sit and watch YouTube? I would have never had time to watch YouTube. I did at one point get hooked on soap operas. I don't remember what I was doing at that time. I probably had a baby in my hands. Or might have been charge nursing 3 to 11 shift, maybe. I don't know, but I do remember I was hooked on Young and the Restless. Robin, are you still watching 90 Day Fiancé? What I can't figure out is why hasn't Chuck, is it Chuck, is that the dad? Or is it Charlie? I can't remember. Why doesn't he tell everybody that Andre told him that if he wasn't working, he was going to take his daughter and grandchild back to Moldova? That was the precipice for everything changing. And, you know, I really think that that is why Dad doesn't hold him more accountable. And I don't know that Liz even knows that he used that as leverage. So manipulative. I mean, he can go get a job, right? It's not up to Dad. I don't know, I'm kind of getting burnt out on 90 Day Fiancé. Their behavior is so ridiculous. I don't understand why we're raising kids. Why are we raising our daughters to believe that they're queens and princesses? What is the advantage to that? I see none. I see all these girls that I don't know, they just have this self-imposed entitlement, and I feel bad for them because that's not how the world actually works. So much of their time is spent perfecting how they look instead of how they act. Service work isn't even in their repertoire. They have such a hard time adjusting. Even when I was in practice, I had girls that I saw in their 20s, early 30s. They were absolutely horrified at the adult world. I mean, they were suicidal. I mean, it was traumatic. It's, you know, you want to kind of joke around, but it's really not funny. They had no skills, none. I had a high school student that was getting ready to graduate. She only had one class once a week. She was in advanced standing and was getting ready to graduate and looking for work, and she couldn't kind of get off the dime, didn't know where to start to look for work. She wanted to buy a car and stuff. And she did not know how to address an envelope. She'd never addressed an envelope in her whole life. Hadn't made a resume. And she really felt scared. She was not prepared. So many of our young adults are not prepared. That's my soapbox for today. As a psychotherapist, it's disheartening when you see a 16-year-old girl who has never been responsible to care for another living thing, a dog or cat, or prepare a meal, or take care of a house, or change the oil in her car, or anything, and honestly believes that she needs to find a partner that will treat her like a queen. Oh, no. No, you've been misinformed, dear. I'm so sorry. Let me help you. That's not how the rest of the world thinks. They don't know that you're a queen, so they're going to treat you like everyone else, like all of us. So I like these. I think I might try to save the handmade on this, but the rest of it didn't really come out. I don't even know if you can tell. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So here, this is kind of the direction we're going. Can you kind of feel my vibe? So I'm going to get these backed on something. Maybe fabric, maybe lace, I don't know. Some of these I might put in a homemade envelope so that they have them. So if they're sewers, they can sew it into a tag or whatever. I really liked when I bought an apron at the farmer's market, and she sewed inside the back of it her company name, and I really appreciated that, because so many times you know at the market and craft stores you buy something or craft shows, you buy something and then you want to buy another one or something, or refer somebody, and you can't remember what the name of it was. At least that's the way it is with me. I'm gonna save those. Okay, so we're cooking with gas, as we used to say. And I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to bore you with the details that I know you know. So I'm going to just pop in when I'm ready to do something that I think might be fun to watch. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd sure appreciate it if you'd hit that thumbs up button and tell me what you think of this journal so far. Let's all take care of each other. Bye.